If you want to become an entrepreneur, there are three things that you need to focus on. Self-mastery, mastery of opportunity seeking, and mastery in enterprise.
Okay, so that's magic. Trinity is so excited that this is the first of several activities that will come in cooperation with Robinson's Land. This is an opportunity for us to train our students how to become entrepreneurs, to let them have the hands-on experience and development of values and ethics, morals, and how to go about doing their business.
Natutunan namin dito sa event na to kung paano mag-handle ng pera, kung paano siya paikutin para sa mga produkto namin. Yan, as a marketing student, na-enhance namin yung marketing strategy na i-base namin sa bawat product na binibenta namin.
This is already our 9th partner school, Trinity University of Asia, and we'd like to welcome you to Trinity University Asia's Entrepreneur Exhibit. Thank you.
Another thing we learned is that we should respect entrepreneurs, and we also discover new things about ourselves that we didn't know we had.
This is our bestseller. It's made out of ginger lemongrass.
So we would like to extend our gratitude to our advisor, Ma'am N.A., the senior high school teachers, Trinity University of Asia, and Robinson's Magnolia for giving us this experience. And we also want to thank the customers who purchased from us. So see you next year.
So we are very excited for this great opportunity, and I'd like to thank Robinson Land for this. Thank you.
Let's place ourselves in the presence of the Lord. Dear God, we offer everything to you during this webinar. May we ask for your blessing and divine providence that the activities set for this undertaking be successful and effective. May we also retain the invaluable knowledge and learning experiences that we derive from this program. We pray that you bless us all, the students, guests, faculty members, and staff, and all student leaders in charge that they have fulfilled their task responsibly, that the objective they have set may be all achieved. And may the world heal from this pandemic. May we be living in witness of your genuine love through the implementation of the knowledge acquired through this program. Grant us your divine wisdom as we go about our daily task after this webinar. This we ask in Jesus' name. Amen.
Hello, everyone, wherever you may be in the globe right now, or in the Philippines or overseas. I hope that you are well. I hope that you're also happy. If not, I hope that we can make you smile today. My name is Caleb Don Conyate, and welcome to the second episode of Trinity Talk Career Series. Our relevant topic today is the rise of online food entrepreneurs responding to the new normal. This episode is presented by Trinity University of Asia College of Hospitality and Tourism Management, where students are trained to become entrepreneurial minded and ready for a career in the hospitality and tourism industry. This year is the 25th anniversary of the College of Hospitality and Tourism Management. Happy silver anniversary, CHTM. Thank you to the CHTM Dean, Dr. Pong Trinidad, and to the whole CHTM family for today's event. We are expecting to learn so much from our guests who will be introduced in a short while. First, let me remind all our viewers to not leave in the middle of the show, as we will be giving away prizes. But before that, we would like to say hi to our friends from I have a long list here. Changlung Christian University in Tainan, Taiwan. Carlos L. Albert High School. Atherton School, De La Salle University. I have King Solomon Christian School International here. I have Colegio de San Juan de Letran, Manila. Tabernacle of Faith Christian Academy. Capiz State University. Wow. Sigma Satellite College. Polytechnic University of the Philippines, Parañaque, and Santa Mesa. I also have on my list Lourdes College, Cor Jesus College, then Isabela State University, Kawayan City Campus. Wow, Isabela. FINMA, Araulio University, Laguna State Polytechnic University, that's in Los Baños, UP Asian Institute of Tourism, Negros Oriental State University, mayong aga sa inyo da. MS Enverga University, Foundation Candelaria Incorporated, Taguig City University, Iris STI College, Cebu Technological University, and Trinity University of Asia. If I was not able to mention your school, later I will get the newer list, and then we will be able to say hi to you. Please comment your questions. Please comment your sections, and we will try to accommodate as many questions possible in the time that we are given later on. If you just want to say hi, it's all cool. Baka may gusto kong batiin, yung crush mo nanonood, all right. I hope we also get to read them later on. Those who are watching us on Facebook, please like and share. Like and share. All right. At this point, please allow me to introduce our friends, our guests who are here to join us. They will serve as our panelists, and we will learn a lot from our friends. First, we have the chair of the Department of Hospitality and Department of Hospitality Management Program. He is our Bay in Trinity University of Asia. Please welcome Mr. Alden Tolentino. Sir Alden.
Sir Hi, Sir Caleb.
Hey,
morning.
Good morning.
Hi, everyone. Morning.
Yes. Good morning, Sir Alden. And then we also have our CHTM Culinary Arts Professor. She is also a seasoned online entrepreneur, Chef Trisha Espina. Good morning,
Hello.
Chef.
Good morning, everyone. I hope you stay with us to our through our series Trinity Talk, because talagang itong topic na to is very close to my heart.
All right. Last but not the least, here is our very active student leader. We all love her. A very active online entrepreneur, Miss Diane Joy Fernandez. Diane.
Good morning po. Good morning everyone. Good morning Sir Caleb. Thank
Yes,
you
good
po
morning.
for the
By the
opportunity
way,
to be here.
congratulations, Diane, for being elected as Junior Hospitality and Tourism Management Association of the Philippines East Manila Regional Secretary.
Thank you po. It's my pleasure to serve always po. Thank you.
Wow. Oh, you have a lot on your hands talaga naman. So we get straight to the discussion. Yung ating mga viewers, if you have questions, you can comment that on the chat box so that we can address them later on. Let's get straight to the topic. Chef Trisha, Sir Alden, first of all, can you give us a backgrounder of what online food selling is all about? I mean, how do you describe it or how do you picture it in your classes in Trinity University of Asia?
Okay, sir. Can I present my screen, sir? I've
Sure, sure.
prepared a short presentation for everybody.
All right, all right.
Mhm.
Can you see my screen?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
So, what is online food selling? Okay. So online food selling is actually the process of selling food from a website, a social media platform, or other application. Okay. So the product can either be ready to eat food. So as you can see from my background, I have all of this ready to eat food that I sell on my Facebook. Okay. So I'm sorry. What are the platforms that we can sell wherein we can sell our products? Okay, so the main platform that I am using personally is Facebook and Instagram. Okay, but for bigger operations, we have Lala Move, we have Lala Food, I'm sorry, we have Grab Food, we have Food Panda, and we have Zomato. Okay, so here in the Philippines, these are the top four food delivery apps that a lot of millennials now and a lot of us are utilizing, especially during this time of pandemic, because most of us do not want to go out for safety reasons. Okay, so the next slide will be presented by Sir Alden.
Yes, thanks, Ma'am Trish. Okay. Right now, the market is about globally, no, 12.24 trillion, no. Okay. Now, ang online food delivery natin would be at 10 million and more than 10 million, no. Now, kilala niyo ba si Jeff Bezos? Ha? Most likely, some of you know Jeff Bezos. Siya lang naman ang isa, if not the richest person right now sa mundo ngayon, no? Okay? Jeff Bezos, if I'm not mistaken, is around mga 120 or 130 billion US dollars worth yung kanyang asset, no? Now, siguro kung hindi nyo kilala si Jeff Bezos, most likely alam nyo yung company niya. Yung company niya is Amazon. Okay? So Amazon is one of the leading company right now, isa sa buong mundo, particularly this time of pandemic. Now, you could just imagine, no? Almost everybody is kumbaga affected by the pandemic, but his company, no, particularly Amazon, marami rin kasi siyang company, no, but Amazon is kumbaga raking a lot of money during this pandemic simply because of online selling. Okay, yeah, but that's just in general, no? Okay. Yes, Ma'am Trish, can we move on?
Okay, so uh what are the key ingredients? So I am an online food. I'm into online food business even before this pandemic. Okay, so let me give you some of the tips if you want to start an online food business. Okay, so first you have to have a unique product. Okay, so you have to choose a product that stands out from the rest. Okay, so we have to think of something not just profitable, but also that will provide a different experience for customers. So we have to be very innovative, especially right now we are bombarded with a lot of different food stuff. Okay, so sometimes I even think that there's food fatigue because of a lot of online food sellers that have really maraming sumulpot ngayong ngayong pandemic. Even those who don't have any experience in online food selling are into food selling now. So we have to be very competitive by choosing a unique product. Okay? So next, you have to have a strong online presence. So when you're entering into an online business, you have to always be online. Okay? So especially if there are orders, you have to be able to reply to your clients right away. Okay, so whether you're using your Instagram or your Facebook, or if you have a Viber group, you can also create groups for you to target your target clientele. Okay, so make sure that you are always present in your social media platforms. Next, you should have the right equipment. Okay, so even if you're just operating at home, equip your home with the right equipment. If you want to give the best service, you also need to consider that you have to invest in the proper equipment, because having the proper equipment will also ensure safety, okay, for your clients. Especially now, we don't want to get our clients sick when they order our food. So if you need to buy a chiller, a freezer for proper food storage and for proper food sanitation, go ahead and plan for the equipment that you will be needing. And uh, next is latest trends. So you have to be updated with the latest trends. So list down unique and delicious food that are sought after by your target client. So if your target client are health conscious, make sure that you provide healthy meals for them. Okay, so if you if you want, you can find you can put nutritional facts on your products. Or if your target clientele are millennials, so find out what are the food, what are the trends, what are the things that they like to eat. Okay, so in order for you to really target them. Okay, so make sure that you meet their demands. Okay, so ang mga tao ngayon kasi, sabi ko nga kanina, sawain. Okay, so you have to really provide a delicious and unique and a different experience for them. Okay, and last but not the least is passion. Okay, so you have to have passion in what you do, because passion is your drive, it's your ambition, and it will reflect the love for your product, okay, for what you do, because passion keeps you going despite the difficulties that you will definitely encounter. Okay, so be passionate, and it is very important, because this passion will really take you longer, or talagang it will push your business until the end. Okay, so sabi nga ni Confucius, okay, so choose a job that you love, and you never have to work a day in your life. So I love baking and I love cooking, so whenever I wake up in the morning, I'm always happy, because for me, preparing good food also reflects your feelings. Okay, so if you have a good mood, okay, if you love what you do, it will also reflect in your products. Okay, so these are some of the products that I'm actually selling, because I'm into baking and cooking at the same time. Okay, so uh always remember that when you're going to enter into an online business, you start small, but you have to think big. Okay, so start small but think big, because you can uh, achieve whatever you set your mind to. Okay, so thank you. That's an intro for our uh, online food online business.
Thank you very much, Chef Trisha and Sir Alden. Start small, think big. Very good, no? And the products that you showed us, they all look yummy. And thank you for that. You, Sir Alden, you mentioned there is a very big opportunity for those who would like to go into online business, not only food selling. Although today we will be focusing on that. By the way, let me just say hi to the Atherton faculty and students. They're here. They're all here right now. They're watching us today. Thank you very much. Hello to our friends there. And of course, BSHRM 42 Isabela State University Kawayan Campus. Hello, our friends there. Let me ask Chef Trisha. Chef Trisha, can you tell us what made you try online food selling?
Okay, so even before, I was really into food selling. Okay, so my mom loves to cook, our family loves to cook, and during my high school days, we would ask for allowance from my mom. Okay, so I studied my high school at Trinity. Uh, Before it was called Trinity High School of Quezon City, but now it is a part of our big university. Okay, so Trinity University of Asia. So whenever I ask for an allowance, my mom would tell me, when I was in college, my mom would not give me any allowance. So uh, my mom, during that time, my nanay gave me puhunan, and she told me, you just sell pulveron and yema. I will teach you how to make it, and you sell it from your to your classmates. So whatever profit you make, the money is already yours. So because of that, I was motivated. So every day I would remember I would be selling after class, I would be selling, or during break times, recess, lunchtime, I would be selling my pulburon and my yema to my classmates. And after that, I will rush back to at home because I have to ready my ingredients, and I have to make a new batch of pulburon for my next batch. So for my next day of class, okay? So noon pa lang talaga, wala pang online selling. I'm into selling na talaga. So after that, I've been teaching since then, but I love cooking. So a lot of people kept on requesting, magbenta ka na lang kasi. Nakakahiya naman, lagi na lang kaming humihingi ng mga products mo. So that kept me thinking na oo nga, ano, it can be a good sideline. So I started selling, and then hindi pa uso yung Facebook noon. Nung nauso yung Friendster pa lang dati. Tapos nung nauso yung Facebook, yun nga, may mga sumusulpot na, ah, for my friends and relatives to know that I'm selling something, I have to post it on my social media account. So even before the pandemic, I'm into selling. So doon ako nag-start. I can't even remember how long I've been into online food selling. But as long as I can remember, nagbabrowse nga ako sa Facebook ko, tinitingnan ko kung kailan ako nag-start. Hindi ko na ma-scroll kasi naiinip na ako, ang tagal na, because I've been selling a lot of different food items for the past few years. So that's how I started. It's an informal start actually.
Wow, Friendster, Chef Trish, what's Friendster? No, just 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 kidding, just kidding. Alam ko yung Friendster. So
Kasi
when you
talagang
were
matagal na. I'm into cooking talaga.
when you were starting out, how big was it as an idea for you? Because you mentioned it was for allowance, etc. But how fun was it for you?
For me, it was really a good experience. Um, because it enabled me to be independent. Because as I mentioned, my mom would not give us any extra allowance. She would give us baon. But if we want to go out with our friends, manunod kami ng sine, ganon. And I had a very lovely time with my high school friends. For me, my high school was the best time of my life. Kasi the atmosphere sa Trinity High School noon was
Aha.
really fun. Yung mga puno doon, we would want to stay at school because there are a lot of activities there. The
Yes.
teachers were so nice. Uh, there's a AM session and PM session before. So, panghapon ako. So,
Aha, aha.
after class, minsan, kasi I live just near Trinity. So,
Okay.
after class, bawal kasi lumabas. So,
Yes,
talagang
yes.
yung product ko sa loob, madali kong mauubos kasi we are not allowed to go out during our high school time.
Okay.
may lady guard kami noon, talaga nakabantay sarado noon. So our teachers were so nice. They actually encourage us to, nakakatuwa, tuwan-tuwa yung mga teachers noon kasi siguro natutuwa sila kasi high school pa lang nagtitinda ka na.
Yes,
And
yes,
hindi
yes.
sila nagagalit kahit nakikita nila na nagbebenta ako kasi hindi naman ako nagdi-disrupt ng class.
Uh-huh.
So I encourage really young students, even if you're students, it's not hard to help out your parents even with just your allowance, okay? So I'm not saying sa high school pa lang magtrabaho ka na para to support your parents, no, but it's a form of also independence, and you learn life skills early on,
Right, right.
okay? So that's a good training ground for me. I think my mom was right in doing that kasi kahit na may pera kami, alam ko the value of earning money. So I know how to spend it also.
Wow, that's so cool, no? High school pa lang. Oh, teka, batiin ko lang muna our friends from Trinity University of Asia Basic Education Department, junior high school, senior high school. Let's go to Dayan. Dayan, what about you? When and why did you start selling, or why did you start, or when did you start online food selling?
Ayan, good morning Sir Caleb. Ayan, good morning everyone. First po kasi during the pandemic, nag-announce ng lockdown. So I am a working student from Trinity and also I am a single mom. So nung nag-announce ng lockdown and tumagal na siya ng almost 2 months, the company that I am working for announced that we will stop operation. So it means wala na rin akong sasahurin. So I was calculating my savings and sabi ko kapag tumagal pa yung lockdown more than 3 months, I
Yes.
will be zero. As in,
Yes, yes.
I was so worried and stressed. So while I was online and doing Facebook, I saw a page. It's a resellers page and I started with no capital at all. So I just grabbed photos and asked that certain supplier if I can post it. And I posted it on my Facebook and dun po nagsimula yung pag-post ko. Like, ito yung mga products na nasa
Oh,
likod
wow.
ko,
Okay,
which is
oo.
the cheese balls. And I
Yeah.
asked a supplier to have a consignment contract to me that what I sold is yun lang po yung babayaran ko sa kanila. And that it all started. And dun po talaga nagsimula na nag-boom lahat.
You know, I admire you because you thought of yung consignment, consignment. How were you able to convince the supplier to go into consignment with you? You were, just starting out in the business.
So, ang first deal po kasi namin is I gathered po kasi, ang naging technique ko doon, I gathered yung customers ko po orders. Nag-advance order na po ako and syempre our customers online paid in advance to me po. So, yung first order ko po was paid and then they supplied me po the different like yung cheese balls and all. Yun na po, doon na nag-start yung flow. Like every day I have sales.
Wow, ang galing, ang galing. Oh, by the way, let me just say hi to our friends from Polytechnic University of the Philippines, Parañaque. They're here. Taguig City University and Cor Jesu College of Digos. Ayan. Sir Alden, thank you, Diane. Sir Alden, can we, let's talk about how does one know that he or she is meant for food selling in general? In general, hindi mo na yung online. Food selling in general. How does one know that he or she will be an effective food seller?
Thank you for that question, sir. No? Anyway,
Okay.
alam mo personally, no one really knows unless
Okay. Yes.
he tries. No?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Mo malalaman talaga yan kung hindi mo susubukan eh. Okay? If you have the passion and if you have the right skill set, okay, I think you're one step towards success, no? Okay. Now, mabanggit ko lang, no, before I delve into much of this. Narinig ko kasi yung dalawa, they're talking about yung how they started, how they,
Yes.
no? Actually, I have also my share of experiences in terms of, although hindi online, no? Okay. Meron din akong catering company before and I have this
Okay.
experience, no? So, alam ko yung hardship but let us not be distracted by this, no? Yan. Kasi talagang merong challenges, no? But tama yung sinabi ni Ma'am Trish at saka ni no? If you have the passion talaga, no? magiging madali lang talaga lahat yung mga gagawin mo, no? Okay? And then in terms of puhunan, maganda yung sinabi ni Ma'am ni Diane, no? Actually, I remember when I was still giving a lecture, no? Kasi I was once a community coordinator sa
Yes.
isang no. We're just talking about yung puhunan, no. We were encouraging them na sige, you put up a business ganyan ganyan. And one elderly guy asked me, paano kami magbi-business, wala nga kaming pera, wala kaming puhunan. Then I asked the gentleman, I said, nakita ko siya parang nagsisigarilyo siya. Sabi ko,
Yes.
"Sir, magkano bili mo sa sigarilyo mo?" No? Sabi ko. Sabi niya, during that time parang 1 peso ata, no? 1 peso. Nakakailang ka sa isang maghapon? Let's say isang dalawang kaha, something like that.
Yes.
So, you try to compute, no, sir, sabi ko. Kung bibili ka ng dalawang kahang sigarilyo sa isang araw, that's 40 pesos. And if you try to compute that in a year, that's more than 14,000 pesos. Don't you think that's more than enough na puhunan para maka-put up ka ng business? So, ayun yung challenge, no? Let us not think of kasi pagka negative ka kagad, no, medyo hindi magiging maganda yung panimula mo, no? So you have to be, karaniwan ng mga successful na mga entrepreneur, particularly online, they are very optimistic, no? Optimistic in a sense na merong hardship, may challenges, but they always look at it as an opportunity. That's a mark of a good entrepreneur, no? Yung talagang nakikita nila yung no. Kumbaga, they could see yung mga hardship na yan as an opportunity for them to come up with better ideas. At saka isang bagay pa, no? Although I just read this online, no? Meron kasing mga yung iba kasi pag nag-put up ng online selling, nag-post sila, then they post it among their friends, 'di ba? O bili na kayo, ganyan ganyan ganyan, no? And then among his friends, marami siguro mga may 100, not one nag-respond. So yung iba sumasama na yung loob, kumbaga nawawalan na ng pag-asa. Now, come to think of it, no? Kung doon ka lang sa friends mo magpo-post, maliit lang yung market mo. Now, kung titignan mo, napakaraming tao sa Facebook, no? Why not offer them to everybody? Para mas malaki yung venue mo, di ba?
Right.
So, malaki yung opportunity mo. So, wag ka kagad mawawalan ng loob, no? Yun lang ang nakikita ko. But going back to your question, how does it kung nabanggit ko nga na you need to try, no? Pero ang importante doon is you have the right skill set, no? Yun yung importante. And what are some of those skill set, no? Ilan din doon yung mga skill set? Kailangan siyempre medyo may konting alam ka sa mathematics, no? Yung cost control, etc., etc. Aside from of course your passion, para makita mo kung if you are doing good with your business, no? And in my 25 years in the college, actually, baka medyo magkaalaman na tayo ng edad, no? Pero anyway, no? Makikita mo naman 25th anniversary, I was there the first day it was launched, no? Yung college namin, ng CHTM, no? Okay.
Wait.
Well,
You were
yes,
there the first day?
Actually, nung in-open.
I did not mean anything by that. I just asked you a question.
Tama naman yun. Kaya 20 pepe. Although I'm not, medyo yung history ko with Trinity, medyo I just left for a while and then come back. Pero I was there during the first day of
oh my.
Yung namin, yung inopen namin tong HRM, no? Tourism, no? The following year may tourism na kami. Anyway, that's what we do in our college, no? Particularly sa CHTM, no? We develop entrepreneurial skills, no?
Yes.
Ayan, yung they start yung small businesses. I still remember a lot of my students, no? Nagturo din naman ako ng mga food preservation. I know there are a lot of teachers watching right now, no? Now, ako, experience ko, no? Nag-aaral pa lang sila, nung naturuan ko sila ng mga ilang recipe, like for example, tocino, hamon, no? They started agad yung ano nila, yung small business nila. I mean, kumita
Ah,
kaagad sila.
yes, yes.
No,
Oo. Wow.
just kumbaga learning kung ano yung mga tinuro ko lang doon sa laboratory namin, no? Which is very good. And then eventually, of course, siyempre nagkaroon din kami ng maraming mga activities. One of which is ano yung etong Robinson, no?
Oh
Alam
yeah,
mo,
oh I saw the video a while ago. Can you talk about that?
yes, oo. Alam mo, ang maganda rito, although we have been doing this for quite a while, during din po, ngayon to, tong time ni Dr.
Trinidad.
Ano, actually, it started as ano, parang class activity lang yung ginawa namin.
Wow.
With my colleague Doc Dodds, yung isang subject niya, and I have
Dr. Manzano, yeah.
class. Oo. Still remember. And this is just recently, ha, sir, ha? So pinag-combine lang namin, nag-collab kami, we come up with a program, and then we come up with the idea of yung mga product ng bata ibenta namin. So that
That's
started
nice.
Entrep Corner. Doon lang sa amin within the ano lang college lang, ha. And then we invited some faculty from different colleges and students, no? It's just a one-day affair, no?
Oo.
So from there, nakita ni Dean Pong that it has potential. Although matagal niya nang binabanggit, no, na we need to collaborate with big businesses, comes the idea of having ano yung etong Robinson's Magnolia, no? So this time around, it's not just the college that we invited, but different colleges, if they wanted to put up or to showcase their ano, their yung mga anong tawag dito, mga product nila.
Yes, yes.
If you notice in the video, merong mga ibang colleges doon like yung BA and also yung mga senior high, no?
Yes, yes.
Nakita nila yung beauty ng actual na pagbebenta, no? Kasi
Yes, yes. Oo.
hindi mo makukuha yan sa lecture lang eh. Hindi mo makukuha yan sa turo mo lang or video mo lang, no? You need to really experience it, no? And
Wow.
we have made a venue for them to really experience yung mga ganyan, no? Kaya nga yung unang sagot ko sa iyo kanina, no? You would not know unless you try. No?
Yes, yes.
So malalaman mo talaga yan pagka nandun ka na, may experience mo. Hindi mo kasi mararamdaman yung minsan yung naghahabol ka, di ba? And then how you would interact with a customer, how would you kumbaga encourage customer to buy to your product, no? Ang maganda ron dun sa experience namin, there are varied experiences, no? Hindi ko pwedeng ipagkaila na merong hindi masyadong bumenta, merong kumita, kasi ang maganda doon yung mga estudyante, they keep their earning eh, no? At saka isa pang maganda doon is yung the way they do business with other company like Robinson, kasi we have to follow a lot of rules eh. Hindi sila basta yung kunyari, alam mo naman ng mga estudyante, minsan papasok yan kung alam lang nila gusto. Doon hindi, no? Ang maganda roon, no? If you're doing business with a mall, pag opening, 2 hours before opening, dapat nandun ka na. You are preparing your things. At so pag closing, hindi ka basta yung ubos na ako, uwi na ako. Hindi pwede rin yung ganon, no?
That was serious project.
Yes. That was a real business experience.
Sir, if I may add, sir.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
So actually, it's a very good experience. I was actually very fortunate enough to be a mentor during that program. Okay?
Oh, that's cool.
For our first launch in Robinson's Magnolia.
Yes.
Wherein we encountered mentoring is really very important, and at Trinity, that's one of the best things we at CHTM are very good at. Okay? Since we have very, parang kilala natin kasi mga estudyante natin eh. So, during that time, I stayed with them at Robinsons, and as we encountered problems, ma'am, bakit po ganoon ang bagal po nung sales? So, right then and there are teaching moments wherein, okay, what do you do? Okay, so sabi ni Dean Pong, kailangan turuan nyo sila how to think outside of the box, sabi niya. Kasi, sir, under construction, some parts of Robinson's Magnolia, doon tayo napunta. So, magmula nung nilipat tayo doon, ang hina ng benta. So, right then and there, okay guys, isip kayo, mag-sale tayo, ganon. So, may
Yeah,
mga
yeah.
marketing approaches kaagad na na-inject kaagad namin during that time. And the students were able to see, ganito pala talaga yung reality. Si
And
Diane was also there
Oh, Dayan.
as a
yes, he
Okay,
was
okay.
part
participant
of
Yeah.
that
actually.
ano
Oo.
that
'Di ba? Isa sila
Dayan.
sa mga best sellers
Oo.
nung time na yun. Alam ko kasama kayo sa top 3, Diane, right?
Oh,
So
yan, oh,
talagang
tama si
they
Dayan.
Oo.
get to have a first hand experience even during the time na students pa lang sila to be
Yes.
talagang actual entrepreneurs. Kasi
Ex-
talagang nagbebenta sila sa Robinsons. So it was really a great experience. Habang estudyante kayo, na-experience nyo na paano maging entrepreneur sa Trinity, 'di ba? Kasi talagang
Oo.
actual experiences are different from textbook scenarios, 'di ba? Kasi
Mm.
doon makikita mo reality of yung nagbabantay kayo Dayan for the whole day. Gutom na gutom kayo. Minsan yung karelyebo mo na bantay na classmate hindi dumadating, 'di ba? Tama? O ikaw sige, ikaw mag-share ng
Oo,
experience
that was
mo.
actual experience. Dayan, can you
Yes po.
talk about that experience from a student's point of view naman?
Opo. So actually, nung in-offer po sa amin and we had this activity for Trinity and for CHTM, very ano siya, yung parang na-shock ka kasi ang akala mo lang at first magtitinda ka lang, tas
Right.
okay na. Parang ganun po. And doon namin natutunan that there are step-by-step processes na natutunan namin in our subject sa CHTM. Kaya sobrang laking bagay po and sobrang laking learning yun sa amin that we learn the
Yes.
different aspect of being an entrepreneur, not only po dun sa experience na yun, but in our school itself, na
True,
tinuturo
true.
talaga siya. And malaking help po yung mga professors namin because they're there to guide us. And sobrang laking learning kasi Sir Caleb, hindi lang yung magbebenta ka. You have
You're
to
right.
sell yourself actually. Tatayo
Correct,
ka
correct.
doon kapag wala kang benta, you have to sell. So you have to stand
Yes,
up,
yes.
roam around the mall, magbigay ka ng flyers, magbigay ka ng free taste. Lahat ng pwede mong maisip in your creative way, magagawa mo. Yung mga hindi mo ina-expect natin na makipag-communicate with your
Right.
customer and you're telling what you are selling, magagawa mo siya. Kaya sobrang gandang alley and avenue po nung Entrep Corner for us students to develop our entrepreneurial skills po.
Such an
Uh,
amazing, no, exciting, amazing project. Thank you,
uh,
College of Hospitality Tourism Management, for
Yes.
coming up with that particular experience, not only for the faculty, not only for the staff of the college, but for our students, not only CHTM students, but also our senior high school. And I think next year, if ever we'd be able to do it face to face, or I don't know, maybe online, it will be a bigger project. Sir Alden, I think you were mentioning something.
yes, gaya nga nung ano na medyo na-disrupt lang kami na itong pandemic, no. We're having our second round of Robinson's event actually. But right now we're thinking about doing the collaboration online. Okay?
Wow.
So 'yun ang pinaplano pa namin ngayon.
That will be it's going to be an exciting project, no, how
Yes,
you will do it online, partnership
online.
between a big company, a
Yes,
very big
yes, yes.
popular company, and of course our College of Hospitality and Tourism Management. While you were speaking a while ago, meron akong naisip. I was listening really closely to the things that you were saying, especially yung kay Chef Trisha, how she started. I was thinking, if I have the money, kung may pera, if I have the puhunan, I have extra money, and I would like to partner with someone so that I can start with a medium-sized online food selling company. What do you think about it? Yung, I think, sosyo. What do you think about yung magsosyo in a company, or a medium-sized, wag naman big company, no? Siguro yung magsimula ako with a partner. What can you say about it? Let's start with Chef Trish. Ikaw, Chef Trish, you've been doing this for a long time. What do you think about that?
Personally, it's very hard to find a partner. Okay, so
Oh, okay.
it all boils down to having a very very good relationship with that person, because anything that involves money needs really a lot of thought. Okay, so you really have to plan. If you really trust that person, go ahead, why not? Okay, but make sure that when you are going to
be in the business with that somebody, you have the same values. Okay, so having the same values is very important. You have the same vision for your company. You have the same values in life. Because actually we have a question here from one of our uh, we have a question here from Mr. Mark Texon.
Yes, yes.
Uh, is
That's good.
is it somehow okay not to be too honest with what you are selling? Okay, so it all boils down to value. What if your partner wanted to have sales for whatever reason? Okay, kasi
Yes.
gusto lang niya may pera. But me personally, I absolutely complete honesty about your product is very, very important. Because especially with food, you have to be very honest, because food allergies, especially with ingredients,
Yes,
can
yes,
can
yes.
mean lives. Okay, so the freshness of the quality of the food is also very important for me. If I think that I won't be able to eat my product, I won't sell it anymore.
All
Okay,
right.
so I might just as well give it to my neighbor, or it's still edible. It's still pero pag it's not in the best quality, in the top
Yes.
quality, that's what I'm known for. So even if I have a very small client base, kahit konti lang yung clients ko, they are close friends, usually relatives, because that's the only sila lang yung gusto kong client eh. Because for me, ethics is very good. Yes, Dr. Howell, ethics is very good in
Right.
food selling. So false advertising, false marketing is not going to make your business last. Okay? You might sell a few things, 'di ba? For now, but you won't have any repeat customers. And
Mhm.
for me, that is very important because word of mouth is very hard.
True, true.
Kapag
Especially
ka
now.
meron kang negative so kung pipili ka ng partner, tying up to your question a while ago, if you have a partner that only thinks about profit and money, 'di ba? Magkakagalit kayo in the end. So,
Mm.
ako I prefer to operate with just myself and my husband. So, because I have different values. I have very since I am a teacher. I used to be a dean in my previous work, pero so it gives me a very strict standard in terms of quality, lalong-lalo na when it comes to sanitation. When I'm cooking, I'm wearing mask. Ayan, yung picture ko sa likod ko, yung background ko sa
Yes,
likod
yes.
ko
Oh,
is
oh, yeah.
that's at my home, okay? So I operate just at home, but you are assured that you are buying safe because I'm teaching sanitation and safety also.
Right, right.
So I'm very concerned with safety because what I eat, what my customers eat should also be the same. So yung
Mhm.
quality na kaya kong kainin, yung quality na masarap sa akin, dapat hangga't hindi pasado sa aking standards, I don't sell it out. I develop it. I do R&D, research and development first before I
Yes,
push
yes.
my product outside. And that's also the value that I teach to my students. So, yan, Diane is also my student, di ba?
Yes.
So, sometimes I'm very strict when it comes to the laboratory. Masungit ako sa lab. Pero,
Mm, yeah, yeah.
pagkatapos
Mm.
nun, they learn a lot. Na-appreciate nila what the value of what we are talking about, especially now during this pandemic. There are some students na medyo happy-go-lucky, pabanjing-banjing. Pero now, those students are messaging me, Ma'am, I'm going to sell po sisig. What do I do? Ma'am, how to... So, we still constantly do mentoring and consultation even if our graduates are already not alumni na sila. Okay?
Yes, yes.
So, our being a teacher doesn't stop from pagka-graduate nyo. So, you can still contact us. That's the beauty of having a small campus. You know everybody. Parang you're friends with
Correct, correct.
your students, but of course with boundaries. Okay?
So, to
Uh-huh.
our alumni, if you need advice on your online food selling, your products, you go to Chef Trish. But if you need someone to do tasting, free tasting, you go to me and to Sir Alden. Um, just kidding, just kidding. Sir Alden, what about Chef Trish talked about ethics in doing business, ethics in food selling. What about investment? Are you okay with that? Like Sir Alden, if you have a business and then I tell you, Alden, bro, can we like do this together? I'm going to
Um,
invest in your business. What do
yes,
you
yes,
think
yes.
of that?
Um, personally, I would have to, ano, no, if you're doing a small business or a medium size business, as you were talking about, no, and doing it online, my advice is, if you could do it alone, no,
Uh-huh.
on your own, try to, yun nga, do it on your own. Kasi medyo, if tama yung sinabi ni Ma'am Trish, if you partner with a person with yung hindi kayo pareho ng yung vibes, yung thinking, along the way baka magkaroon ng ano ng tawag dito, miscommunication or somewhat.
Right.
So kung yan ay maliit lang na business, no, at you're just starting, better do it on your own muna, no? And I have to say na very good yung binanggit ni Ma'am Trish, no. You have to be as honest as possible with the product that you are selling, no. A lot of us ang nakikita kasi when we do business is yung profit side kagad, which
Yes,
is
yes.
very wrong, no. Pagka tayo nagbi-business, we need to focus on the customer, no?
Right,
Di ba
right.
may kasabihan tayo, yung golden rule, no? Do unto others what you want others do unto you,
Do unto,
right?
yes, yes.
So napakasimple lang nun, no? You just have to follow that, no? And kailangan talaga is you have to have the right product, no? And makikita nyo, may mga challenges na minsan hindi kagad yan nabebenta. But eventually, when people catch that idea na, ito, maganda yung quality, no? People will buy quality food at the right price.
Right, right.
Doon yun ang nakikita ko, no? Yun ang take ko doon. So you just have to be as honest as possible.
Sir, we have a
kapag,
question there.
Yes, yes.
I'm sorry, regarding the price. I saw, I think TJ Comia commenting.
PM
What
or DM?
Oh yeah, what if you commented PM or DM? Is that
Yes.
false marketing? No, it's not false marketing, but it's actually your own personal take on how you do your marketing yourself. So for me, for example, for me, I'm the type of customer who don't like to see PM for prices. Because I
Okay.
want to be able to see. Kasi what if I'm close with that particular person and I
Uh-huh.
ask the price? Parang mahiya na ako eh. Mahiya na ako pag chinat ko na siya, i-PM ko siya, 'di ba?
Yes,
Kasi
yes,
PM
yes.
is a direct message or personal message na eh, 'di ba?
Uh-huh,
So
uh-huh.
for me, again, this is a personal opinion as an online seller. I want
Yes,
to
yes.
put since I'm so busy, sometimes
Yes,
I
yes.
I bake a lot of stuff because a lot of my clients wants variety. Pag ayaw nila yung isa lang eh kasi now you pay for delivery. You pay for Lala
Right,
Move.
right.
So you want to maximize the cost of the delivery. So they want assorted products. That's why when I do baking, I usually bake very very early in the morning and then I usually finish right before lunch because I have to bake cakes in can, I have to bake cheesecake, I have to bake cookies, I have to
Yes,
bake,
yes.
and all of this has to be freshly baked when I sell
Mm-hmm.
them. So I
Right, right.
usually schedule. So I don't have time sometimes to answer because it's just me and my husband. So every PM is eating up my time. So I
Yes,
would
yes.
want to reflect my, so on my page I will post there my price so
Right.
that the ones who will PM me are already serious
Yes,
buyers
yes.
because they already know my price.
And
So
I
and
think sometimes
I am confident also that my price is reasonable for my
true,
product.
true. I think
So I know
sometimes
that.
we write PM or DM because we're a little scared or nervous because sometimes people might say, "Oh, that's too expensive." But I think if you
Yes.
trust your product,
Yes.
you can put the price there. If they want to haggle with you, tawad, it's okay, no problem. In PM yung tawad, but I think the price should be there. Diane, we have this
Yes, sir.
question here. How do you deal with I'm sure it has never happened to you, but just in case it happens to you, what if you encounter a direct competitor, a person who buys your product and posts a very bad review online? How do you deal with that?
Yes po. So first, syempre, we're doing business. Lagi tayong, there's a competition.
Yes.
And for me, syempre, food product yung sinisell, it will always vary with the taste.
Ah,
And for us, we must know kung ano ba talaga yung lasa ng binibenta natin. and
Mhm.
we cannot eliminate competition for us. So, ang mapapayo ko doon, Sir Caleb, if ever there
Yes.
are bad reviews, you can uplift yourself and prove also na hindi lang kasi, don't stop there. Hindi lang naman siya ang customer mo. There are a lot of reasons, a lot of customers around you that post about your product also that it is good, it is a good product, good quality product. And how you deal with it, kausapin mo as much as possible directly yung taong nag-order yung sa'yo. Baka naman hindi mo siya customer, tas nag-post siya
Right.
ng ganon. And also,
Right.
always validate your data.
Yes,
Always,
validation.
yes, always have that proof also. Kung let's talk, parang ganun po. You open your communication as a customer and seller relationship. Very important po kasi yun to have communication with your buyers, with your customers.
Correct, correct. Thank you very much, Diane. So, online food sellers, make sure you talk with your customers, not necessarily for follow-up sales. It's not all about that, but just making sure that they're satisfied with your product, so that you can also you will also know how to improve, or there are things that they like so much about your particular product, whether it's food or otherwise. Chef Trish, I have a question. Now is pandemic. We are experiencing
Sir,
this.
before
Yes,
we
yes.
go
Okay.
to
All right.
that, I would like
Okay.
to answer one of the panelists asked a
The
question
question. Sure,
here.
sure.
So, if I'm going to become a food selling, like for siguro for Food Panda, and when you don't bake a perfectly baked dish or a cookie, for example, what do you realize, or what do you do? Okay, so for
Yes,
me,
yes.
before I put out my products for sale, I make sure that I do again research and development first. Okay, so
Mm,
you practice first. Again, as I mentioned from my talk from my PowerPoint, choose the right equipment. Make sure that you,
yes,
when
yes.
you buy your oven, when you're into baking, ovens are very temperamental. Okay, so especially if you're trying out a new oven, okay, make sure that you test it out properly for a long period of time before you start selling to customers. Okay, and you allow a lot of time before the order is to be delivered. So
Uh-huh,
if
uh-huh.
you need to wake up uh 2 a.m., 3 a.m. just to bake it, and for you to have an extra time just in case something unexpected happened, make sure that uh you have a time to remediate it. Okay? So may remedyo ka pang magagawa, or establish a network with
Right.
other businesses. For example, me, I have friends, I have baker friends that if ever I cannot accommodate the order, I will refer them to other friends. That's also goodwill to
Yes,
other
yes, yes, yes.
online, kasi we support each other, okay? So, when I cannot accommodate because Ma'am Trish, I have a lot of requests for cakes that I cannot do because cakes are time consuming for me because I'm
Yes,
into
yes, yes.
pastries. I will refer them to also one of our faculty, Ma'am Kat. Okay, Ma'am Kat Kabanting. So,
Mm-hmm.
uh, we establish a network wherein during emergencies like that, you have somebody, a friend who's also a baker who can give alternative for your client. Kasi yung client mo is expecting already the order eh, di ba?
Yes,
Pero
yes.
kung may accidents ka na nangyari, you talk to your client and be honest. Ma'am, I'm sorry. Kasi there are really situations wherein biglang yung oven mo madaling araw naubusan ng gasol, 'di ba?
Yes, yes.
So wala kang ma-orderan. So you have to have backup plans. So make sure that you have backup plans for emergency situations.
So if you can't do it, you can just tell them it's not you, it's me. Okay, Chef Trish, going back to my going forward to my question a while ago. Now is pandemic. Um, how is the online food selling industry now? Chef Trish,
Uh I
how's the
think
industry now?
I don't want to sound opportunistic, okay?
Okay.
But this pandemic really created a lot of an increased demand for online sellers. It's really a good time for us. 'Di ba, Dayan? So, actually, you're the one who's going to sometimes say no to some orders because you
Yun,
cannot
oo.
Yes,
accommodate
yes.
Yeah.
them.
Uh,
Because for me, for example, since I've been selling for a long time and I have a lot of products, a lot of my clients are ordering this, and sabay-sabay. And so, sabi ko nga, think small, start small. Pero you can be as big as you want in online selling. As
Mm-hmm.
long as you
yeah.
can, as big as you can accommodate. Okay? So, it depends on you on how to limit your clients. Okay? So, sometimes, pero don't be greedy. Kasi nga, since there's a lot of
Correct, correct.
opportunities,
Ayan.
do not be greedy. Kasi if you cannot meet the order, di ba,
Correct.
Dayan? If you cannot meet the order, di ba? Lalo na, for example, right now, some orders I'm having a hard time delivering to some clients because it's very hard to book.
Yes,
Uh,
yes.
Lala Move, Angkas, Mr. Speedy, name it. I already have all of my apps on my phone, and I only have
Mm-hmm.
one phone. My husband that has one phone. Sometimes it takes us how many hours just to book during the ECQ, especially during the ECQ. Talagang business was really good
Yan.
Mm-hmm.
because a lot of restaurants have
Speaking of
closed
ano,
down.
sir, is delivery.
Yes, yes, Sir Alden.
Actually, naging trabaho ko delivery during the pandemic.
Yes,
Ah,
Really?
actually
Dr.
kasi
Havel is asked.
my wife
I'm sorry, sir.
sells meron siyang gumagawa siya ng mga specialty cakes, yung Eloy's Oven na Delight.
Okay, so
Oo.
you're the one who delivered.
Actually, siyempre, ako yung marunong
Oh,
mag-drive eh.
so with all these opportunities, well, the opportunity is still there now.
Yes,
Kasi,
yes, yes.
Yes,
sorry,
Correct, correct.
yes.
sorry. Tama yung sinabi ni Chef Trisha to all those who are watching right now and to everyone. We do not want to sound opportunistic. We are sad that
Yes.
we have COVID-19, but that's the reality right
Yes,
now.
that's
Yes.
the
So
reality.
we have a
So,
lot of opportunity. So is it a good time to start now, Chef Trish?
yes, as Dr. Howell is asking, yes, it's still okay to start now, but
Today is a good time.
but I repeat, since there are a lot of competitors now,
Yes,
because a
yes, yes,
lot,
yes. Correct, correct.
even those who are not into food selling are now
Into that, oo.
trying to sell food, anything that you can sell, because a lot of people don't have any job now. But online food selling is a good way to start, because even with just a small amount of money. So with Dayan, no, just take note, Dayan started with nothing. Kasi nga yung iba,
Yes.
you just take orders, hindi, advance order na yan, pag inano sa'yo, talagang kailangan you have to be creative on how you will have extra income for your family, especially for those students who have parents who don't have any job now, di ba?
Yes, yes.
This is a very good way. If you don't know how to bake or if you don't know how to cook, you can do reselling like what Diane is doing, di
Yes,
ba?
yes.
Yes, yes, yes.
Well, now is a good time to start, but don't start now. We still have the webinar, maybe in the afternoon.
Yes, we
Just
still
kidding.
have, yeah, we still have
Joke
a lot
lang,
of tips
nagpapatawa
to
lang.
give them.
I have, where is that? I have one question. Um, Chef Trisha, in your slide, actually, I have a set of 100 questions plus all these 20 questions. So 120 questions. I'm just kidding. Write all your questions there. In your slide po, Chef Trisha, you mentioned start small, dream big. Isama na rin natin si Sir Alden dito and Diane. No? I have a friend nag-resell ng vegan chicharon. Aside from selling online, sa FB sa mga friends, he reached out to a supermarket,
Yes.
but the supermarket asked for an FDA certificate. How can the friend market better as a reseller? Chef Trish, what do you think about this?
It depends on the owner of the product. If it's okay for me, for example, I have my product, my cake in cans are sold
Okay.
by also resellers. Okay, I also
Okay.
accommodate
All right.
resellers. So if it's okay for them to remove the sticker, my brand, and rebrand it as his own, it depends on the relationship between the owner of the product and the
Yes,
reseller.
yes.
So
Yes,
if the
yes.
owner of the product agrees, and you have to have approval from the FDA, that's another layer, okay? So that's another
Mm-hmm.
level. So if you want to as I've said, dream big, and if you can accommodate that, if you have the resources to do that, to have your product approved by the FDA, then go ahead. So
Yes.
as long as you can manage it with your capacity, okay?
Mm.
So if not, then stretch your boundaries, okay? So
Right, right.
that's a good way to challenge yourself, 'di ba? So it's an opportunity for you. But again, you always think of both the pros and the cons. So
Uh-huh.
that's a very good opportunity. So if you really are dreaming big, then go ahead and ask for uh, your supplier to have the product approved, or better yet, develop one yourself.
Yes. Uh,
Kasi you're going to have a better profit if you're the one making it rather than
correct,
getting it
correct.
from someone.
Yes.
Okay?
Correct, correct.
Yes, yes.
Oo. Uh, Diane, how do you handle clients that are rude? Sometimes it happens eh.
Yes,
Sometimes
yes.
they're not really rude, that's just the way they are and there's
Yes.
misunderstanding. So how do you handle them?
So I've learned, Sir Caleb, a rule of thumb that customers are always right.
Oh yeah.
But
Okay.
dun papasok, Sir Caleb, our insanity as a seller. It depends really on how you handle that and kung paano ka rin niya tratuhin as the seller. So
Yes.
actually I experienced one na parang it was in Robinson's Magnolia, actually,
All
in
right.
Entrep Corner, because we are selling also vegetables. So the vegetables are fresh. Pero
Oh
may
yeah.
nakita siyang, like, in the lettuce, may nakita po siyang parang black part. And she was asking, oh, hindi na po to fresh, hindi na ganyan. So, tinatawaran niya po yung product namin. And then,
Okay.
nung hindi po ako pumayag na mag-adjust to her, ang dami na pong sinabi. So, what I did was, I talked to her and explained to her that our product, hindi po siya sira. And it
Mm-mm.
was an organic type of lettuce. That's why she sees certain parts of it that are black. So I explained well, and I told her na nahuhugasan po yun.
Mm-mm.
And so far, nagkausap po kami and everything went well. So it
Yep.
really depends on how you treat also and how you
Yes.
answer back your customer.
I think I will have a hard time if I'm the online food seller, because if the customer is female and then she would smile at me, I'll give it to her at a very very low price. I'm just kidding. Sir
Yes.
Alden, Sir
Yes, sir.
Alden, do you have in our college? I think this has been asked twice. In our college, do we have programs that can accommodate those who want to go into the food business?
Well, not at the moment, but if you try to look at the present curriculum right now, no, and
Yes, yes.
the way we build up the different courses within the curriculum, no,
Mm-hmm.
karamihan doon stand-alone yun, meaning kapag ka talagang if you really wanted to learn something doon sa mga subjects, you would pick up a few na talagang uh, basically you could start your own business, like say for example marketing, no. Sa marketing, ang OBE namin or yung outcomes based namin is for you to come up with the product and sell it,
Yes, yes.
something like that, no. So yung mismong mga subjects are skill based, that's what we do. And kung familiar, I mean, hindi naman familiar yung ibang viewer natin, but if I
Yes.
may tell them na isa sa mga mission ng college, no, is actually is to for students to become entrepreneurs. That's yung pinaka apex ng kanilang career actually.
Cool. Yeah.
Yun yung apex ng kanila. Ako, parati kong dinidiscuss yan sa kanila na uh, you could be a president of a very large company but you're still an employee.
Yes, yes.
Yun
yes.
yung line of thought ko. But if you own your own company, kahit small lang yan, ikaw ang ano diyan, ikaw ang master diyan, ikaw ang lord diyan, ikaw ang ano diyan, no? And benefits will all be for you. Yun lang ang ano ko yun. And that's what we try to teach in the college, no? Kaya kung babasahin natin maigi yung mission natin doon sa college, number one doon is to become an entrepreneur talaga.
Wow. Okay.
Mm.
So I can be an entrepreneur kahit na artista, no?
Yes, of course. Maraming artistang
Yes, and
entrepreneur.
we have a lot of artistas who are part of the College of Hospitality and Tourism
Yes, if I,
Management. We have a
yes.
lot of students. Yes, hello to them. Hello to my fellow showbiz people.
Yes. At saka,
Chef.
if I may, Chef,
Okay,
Sir
Sir Alvin.
Caleb, ang College of CHTM, star-studded yan, ha?
Yeah, oh yeah. Starting
Andyan
with
si
you,
Dudes
Alden pa lang.
Manzano. Kilala mo si Dudes
Hello,
Manzano?
sir. Hello, Sir Dudes, Dr. Manzano.
May kilala ka bang Fernando Pong Trinidad?
That's the dean. That's the dean. We love him. We love
Of
him.
course.
Yeah, Chef Trish, you were mentioning about this before we started. This question is very relevant, very important. What can you say about BIR requiring online seller to register their business?
Well, if it's the
This
order
is
of the
serious.
government to register. Okay, but there's uh, uh there's a limit. Okay, so meron naman silang binigay na parameters for that. Okay, so if your business is earning only less than 200,000, you don't need to register. So, especially right now, there are a lot of online food sellers just because of this pandemic. Okay? Ano lang sila, kumbaga, situational because the situation calls for it. They were forced to go into online. And if they're
Okay.
not planning to do this on a long-term basis because they just want to earn pangdagdag sa kanilang food for now, don't register. But if you're planning to have this as your regular part-time career, I
Yes.
suggest you register and you follow the
Yes.
BIR. Okay.
Yes.
We also have a question here from Miss Pauline Delphine.
All right.
I have a question for Miss Dayan and Ma'am Trisha. As an online seller, do you ask feedbacks from your customers? And I'd like to know what is the importance of receiving feedback from your customers. Sige, Dayan, you answer first.
Very important yun, Ma'am Trish, kasi dun mo po malalaman if your product is masarap ba,
Okay.
may certain problems ba, or kung yung price is affordable.
Yes.
Parang ano siya, one of the research and development process that we learn in our college, that you must know the feedback of your customer. Because yun yung magiging basis mo as the seller if yung tinitinda mo ba is a good or have that quality that the standard quality that the customer is looking for.
Let's connect that, Tayan. What
Yes
if
po.
the customer is not the
Isn't
client, is not satisfied with your product? Okay, pag good ang comment, syempre we thank you. Thank you very much. That's good publicity. But if he says or she says, Dayan, alam mo na, should you give a discount?
Actually, sir, it's in your prerogatory if you will give a discount or not. But for me, I
Okay.
don't give a discount at first. Especially po,
Okay.
yes po, especially po if the customer is a new customer. Because that's the time na ito po kasi yung product namin, ma'am. So, ito po siya. That's your brand. And you know your brand. And with that, siguro I will offer her, on your next purchase po, we will give you, that's the time that I will give a discount or I will tell her that it's free delivery. So it really depends on your marketing strategy on how
Okay.
not to lose that customer, or rather if you have a product that's swak po sa kanyang panlasa, that's the time you offer your different products naman po, not the one that she po. Yun po.
Chef, thank you, Diana. Talaga namang you know your product. That's a very good thought. Alam mo yung produkto mo. If you trust your product, don't give a discount. Unless, of course, that person is your friend or a suki. Chef Trish, what if your reseller, because you mentioned a while ago, you have resellers. What if I have a business and my resellers overprice? They sell my product overpriced.
Okay, so it depends on you because actually it's a very difficult pricing is a very difficult topic to touch on because for me una the feedback of my customers are really very important. Okay, so because that's how I grow, I openly accept criticisms on my product because that's how I develop my product. Sometimes my products evolves, okay, because of the
Yes, yes.
comments, of the precious comments of my clients. Okay, so I take them, but sometimes there are different
ugali, yung mga may mga ugali kasi
True, true.
yung mga iba, you cannot please everyone. Okay? So in business, you cannot please everyone. So be confident about your product because uh taste is subjective. Food is a difficult product because taste is very subjective. Okay? So what is okay sa akin ng tamis might be too sweet for others or
Yes, yes.
matabang for others. Okay? So that's why it's very important to have sometimes varied products. Because once you have a regular customer, you tend to know their preferences. So
Yes.
iti-take
True.
note nyo yan. Personally, you take note of their
Preference.
preferences and you
Maganda.
try to recommend them the things that you think they might like. Because ito, yung client na to, family ng diabetic. That's why I have
Right, right.
sugar-free products. Okay? So if they're trying to order this product, ma'am, warning lang po ha, kasi medyo matamis po yan. Kasi
Mm,
I have a client po, teenagers, mga college students, that once yung chocolate indulgence ko is really rich, di ba? So you tend to explain to them, if you know your product, you try to warn them ahead of time to
right, right.
lessen complaints. Okay? So knowing
Mm.
your customers is very important. But Sir Caleb is asking, what if your reseller has overpriced their product?
Yes,
That's
yes.
why I choose my resellers very, very. I have a very limited reseller because first, when you have reseller, the quality of your product is already compromised.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you don't know how they store. For example, my cake needs to be refrigerated. Okay,
Uh,
so
yeah.
how do you maintain the quality of the product from Lei Hunsai? I am ensured that my product is of good quality because I teach sanitation and I know uh, we in HRM we have what we call HACCP or hazard analysis critical control point. We study also
Yes.
that. Okay, so we try to eliminate the hazards by controlling critical points like the temperature, the time it is exposed outside. So I'm
Mm-hmm.
very aware of that. Uh, that's why resellers, when I try to resell, I don't recommend that they use my sticker.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Because when you already sell them the product, 'di ba?
Mm-hmm.
You
Yeah.
are assured that the quality is kaya you also try to think, ano ba yung gusto ko? Gusto ko sumikat yung product ko. Yes, yung Trisha Streets. Pero
Uh.
since my product is perishable, I have to also think, how will I handle if the product is bought from a reseller and not from me? 'Di ba?
Yes, yes, yes,
How am
yes.
I assured? So that's one thing to protect also myself. That's an agreement between me and the reseller. So if it's overpriced, ang marereklamo is not me.
Yes,
Because
yes, yes.
the product I have posted on my website, my actual product, di ba?
Mhm.
My actual product is like this one, it's this cost. So yung mga resellers ko, they tend to remove my sticker. So I don't put my stickers on and they put their brand. So it's their name that they are destroying if it's overpriced. So yung question, what if it's overpriced? That's why you have to really do price strategy.
Mhm.
So, may mga ibang tao, gusto nila, ay, gusto ko to kasi mukhang social, mukhang mahal, di ba? Pag tinikman mo,
Mm.
hindi naman pala masarap. Okay? That's also one marketing strategy eh. But, make sure that you are doing the right thing for there's a lot of things. Cooking and baking will not be enough. Okay? That's
Mm.
why, study HRM sa Trinity. Kasi I'm sorry pero talagang ano I'm assured kasi sa Trinity we all cover all of these aspects. 'Di ba?
Yes, yes,
And we
yes.
teach them. We teach them to be talagang entrepreneurs in real life.
Yes,
Okay?
yes,
Kasi
yes.
uh, ako magaling ako magluto, pero it doesn't mean I'll be successful in my business. Magaling ako mag-bake, 'di ba? Masarap ako magluto. Because if you don't know pricing, if you don't know marketing, 'di ba? You have to be very specific. If you don't know how to label your product properly, if you don't know how to do sanitation, 'di ba? Your product will be unsafe once it goes out. So a food business, especially food, is very very critical because you have a lot of aspects you need to consider. Before we started, habang nag-iintay tayo ng time natin, 'di ba kanina,
Yep.
we were talking about the success of yung mga online sellers.
Yeah.
Pricing.
costing is very, very important because a lot of online sellers now are really not very adept at doing their costing. That's why they think they are earning a little bit, but they do not consider some overhead cost,
Yeah.
overhead like utilities, water, to gas, transportation when you go
Yes.
out, especially now. There was a time during the ECQ wherein I have to line up at the grocery or bake shop 2 hours pa lang bago mag-open, naka-line up na kami. 'Di ba? So just imagine the labor and my time that is consumed just by sitting there on the line waiting for the shop to open because of the safety.
Mhm.
Okay? So you
Yes.
also have to take care of yourself also because
Correct.
if you get sick, your client also gets sick. Okay?
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
So we have to be very careful about our food preparation because the health and the safety of our client is our number one priority. Yung
That's
sarap,
why
oo, masarap, okay. Pero ang first and foremost responsibility na tinuturo namin in our HRM student dito sa Trinity is safety. Okay? Sanitation is safety is always very, very important.
That's why
Very
online food selling is a fun activity. It will help you grow as an entrepreneur, but it's also a very serious job. So there are a
yes.
lot of aspects that you also have to know, especially pag dahan-dahan na lumalaki yung business mo. You have to understand the legal aspects and all these so that you can enjoy serving others through that particular business. Sir Alden, our viewers, they have a lot of questions, and I'm sorry to those that we will not be able to answer because we have very limited time, but we promise you we'll have a part two of this series. We'll just ask Dr. Howell Ho of CASE and Dr. Pong Trinidad how we're going to do that, but we'll have part two, and we'll be able to answer the other question. So the last question I have, actually, I still have 10 more questions, but we'll just skip. Answer them later on. Uh, Sir Alden and Ma'am Trish, in your classroom, what are the characteristics that we teach our CHTM students that are also required of others who are into or who may want to start their online food selling?
Uh, ako na.
Yeah, yeah. Sir,
Yes. Thank you,
first,
sir. Ha?
yes, Sir Alden.
Actually, if you just type yung term na binanggit ni Sir Caleb, no, sa Google, it will give you a lot of answers, no. But I'll just pick a few of the mga essential characteristic, no, for you to become a successful entrepreneur, no. Of course, one, you need to be at least creative, no. Okay? Para of course you're trying to sell something na kumbaga ay appealing sa mga tao or whatever, no. Ang hindi rin mawawala diyan is of course you need to be passionate about the course, yung
Right.
I mean the product that you are doing. A lot of successful business, sabi nga ni Ma'am Trish, start small, no. Nagsimula lang yan as a hobby, no. Okay, so they love what they're doing, and then they find ways to kumbaga to earn something on the things that they love doing. So yun lang yung ano doon, no. And then of course you need to be motivated. Okay, you need to get kumbaga parang of course your reason why you are doing that, no. Yan, pero uh, although profit is essential, but huwag kayong masyadong mag-focus muna sa profit, no. Okay, kasi mahirap 'yun na you are parang nagbibilang ka kagad ng
Right.
ng chick, di ba, doon sa mga itlog, something like that, no. Basta do the best that you could, no. And isa pang magandang characteristic ng isang entrepreneur would be you need to be optimistic. Nabanggit ko na to kanina, no? You do not just be swayed with yung mga minor challenges. Minsan kasi when we are put into a challenge, parang ayoko na, hindi ko natutuloy, no? You have to look positive at yung mga nangyayari, no? Just think positive and be positive, no? And isa pa, of course, kailangan ano ka, decisive ka, no? When I say decisive, kunyari may naisip ka ng idea, gawin mo kagad, no? Huwag na yung bukas na lang. Kasi yan ang isa sa mga ano kumbaga magandang characteristic ng entrepreneur eh. When nobody else wants to do it, ikaw ginagawa mo kagad, no? Yung kumbaga meron ka kagad action about it, no? So basically yun yung mga ilan sa, although marami pa yan,
Yes,
ilan
yes.
sa mga characteristic na nakikita ko that would enhance your success, no? Yun ang nakikita. Whether it's online or doing it face to face, yan ang ilan sa mga characteristic ng mga successful entrepreneur.
Yes, thank you, Sir Alden. I think this question is very relevant to what also Chef Trisha teaches in class. Chef Trish, what measures do we teach our students so that they can ensure safe delivery or transport of food, not only during this pandemic, but if they have this business, what do we teach them para siguradong it reaches the clients fresh and in good condition?
Proper equipment is very important. Proper storage is critical in a food business. So you have to have a reliable chiller, reliable freezer, and make sure that your food is exposed unrefrigerated. 'Di ba, Dayan? Not more than 4 hours from the time you buy it from the don't let your food sitting down at your table na hindi ka pa magbe-bake, 'di ba? If you're not going to bake yet or if not you're not going to cook yet, don't take out your ingredients outside, okay? So after cooking, cool down immediately and refrigerate immediately if needs refrigeration, okay? Proper packaging is also very important to ensure quality. So some baked products are not refrigerated. Make sure that they are packed properly. To make sure that no rodents, insects, or
Ah,
whatever are going to contaminate your food. Okay. And of course, uh, personal hygiene is very
yes.
important. Okay. As wash hands as often as possible. I always teach that to my students. Wash your hands as often as possible. Nagkamot ka ng ulo, wash your hands. Nagkamot ka ng ilong, wash your hands. Okay? Because
Ah,
in food preparation, proper hand washing is one of the ways in wherein we ensure that our product are really safe for consumption. And make sure that whatever you will give to your clients, you will be able to eat by yourself and you will be
Yes.
able to feed your
yes.
family. 'Di ba? Yung
Can I,
kaya mong ipakain kung may anak ka, ipakain mo sa anak mo. Ganun din yung treatment mo sa clients mo. Treat
ah,
them as your family. Okay? Kung ano yung
correct.
best quality that you will be giving your family, then that's how we think of our customers. Because for
Can I
us,
say something about transport, sir?
Okay, Sir Alden.
Yes, ito kasi based on experience to nabanggit ko kasi ito no that my wife is selling yung mga cakes no, yung mga
Yes.
personalized cakes no. Ah personal ang standard kasi namin, we do not deliver no, yung gumagamit kami ng motorcycle, yung mga app, yung mga katulad ng mga angkas or whatever no.
Huh?
Ang hangga't maaari. Pero kasi may this one experience, may one insistent, very insistent na ano na customer na ginawa namin ng cake, no? So ang ginawa namin, gusto niya talaga. So siya mismo ang nagtawag ng magdi-deliver, no? Pwede 'yon, no? Yung let's say Mr. Speedy pumunta sa bahay. So ang advice namin, wag motor. So what we did, pinicturean namin para din sa mga online sellers to, no. Pinicturean muna namin yung cake na maganda, tama yung pagkakaan, no.
Yes, yes.
Then it was sent to him. Maganda yung ano, and then binalot, pinicturean namin, di binigay sa yung courier na kinuha niya para dun sa cake. True enough, pagdating sa bahay nila,
sira na yun.
wasak-wasak
Sira na
yung
yun.
cake.
Yes.
Pero it's not our fault, no? Yan. Pero sa mga sumunod na mga order, in-advise na namin, either we deliver or they have to pick up yung cake with them at wag naka-single na motor, kailangan naka-kotse. Kasi yung quality, yun doon talaga masisira.
Yes.
Yun lang, yun
So,
para sa mga online seller, you could yung picturean ninyo before you send para makikita nila na hindi nyo kasalanan, baka kasalanan nung nag-deliver.
Again, you notify your client
Yes,
if it's
yes,
suitable
yes.
for
Yes.
kasi you know your product. Okay?
Yes,
yes.
That's why I prefer selling cakes in cans.
because ease of delivery is very very, it's
Yes,
really
oo.
easy kasi it's in can, it's covered, 'di ba? And I freeze it before I send it out. So talagang minsan kahit hanggang my products, my chocolate indulgence nakarating na sa Dublin, nakarating na sa Europe, nakarating na sa
Wow.
kung saan-saan. Yes.
Yes.
Sana
Because
makarating dito, ma'am.
Iyon ang
nakarating
Mamaya.
sa
maganda.
nakarating sa Amerika, 'di ba?
Yeah.
Because they can be
Pwede
frozen,
bang makarating
cycling
sa mga
wrap.
viewers natin?
Grabe, no? Online food selling is like
Talagang
getting getting into a
yes.
relationship. You have to love
Yes.
it. You have to protect the product. You have to commit to doing it. At talagang a lot of people are learning from this webinar right now. But before that, I am happy to inform everyone, all our viewers, that you have the opportunity to win raffle prizes such as voucher worth 500 pesos and load from two big telecommunications company plus grand raffle. There will be two major prizes. Sabi ng Marketing and Communications Office, surprise muna yung items. You need to attend at least 4 career series to get raffle stub for grand raffle draw, which will happen next year after the last Trinity Talk. Winners for today are, banggitin ko yung mga names nyo. You won last week, Gladys Rivera, Mark Denzel Gatungay, Ed Vincent Leonardo. Those are the 3 names that I have on the list. You won for last week's episode. You will be notified through text and through your email. Everyone, please do not forget to answer the evaluation form. After you submitted the evaluation form, we will submit to you your e-certificate plus your raffle stub, and winners will be announced next week. Actually, sobrang sarap nung ating mga prizes. Ang mga prizes natin ay hindi yung kasi si Diane, she sells all those products behind her plus karne. But we will have a difficult time if we send to you yung meat products. Ayaw naming masira. Pero yung sobrang sarap na prizes natin ay, Chef Trish, ano nga yung sobrang sarap na prizes natin?
So I will be sending out food for the gods and brownies. Those are my top selling
Sarap!
products also.
Nako, food. Ayan.
Para
Sabi
may
niya
narinig ako.
Tapos,
Okay. Last few words. We'll start with Diane. Diane?
So, ayun po. So, thank you sa lahat ng nag-attend. And as a student in Trinity University of Asia under the College of Hospitality and Tourism Management, it honed me to become a better version of myself.
Cool.
Napaka-cliche po kasi, sir, na pag HRM ka lang, kailangan nasa aviation company, nasa hotel, yung may restriction, lagi pong ganun yung nasa mindset ng isang teen, lalo na pagpapasok sa college. Pag HRM, magiging chef ka, magiging no. Yun yung gusto ko pong i-impose, that in Trinity, hindi po nila kami ganun. Parang they want us to be who we want to be. And as I am, as a student, hindi ko rin po ina-expect that I will become an entrepreneur. Trinity and my college is the number one support system ko when it comes to my online selling. Sa kanila ko po kasi talaga natutunan the different standards. Kaya one of my edge as a student and as an online seller is the advancement in yung mga learnings ko po from my professor. As you can see, Ma'am Trish and Sir Alden, how they mentor us as their student, as a family. Kaya nga po kami sa CHTM, we are a family. We always have each other to ask question, to answer question, and laging ganon. And malaking bagay po that I am in Trinity because they're the one who's been there no matter ups and downs, and how I handle my time management. Lalo na po ngayon, online classes. A lot of people are asking me paano ko na-handle lahat. And it really, sabi nga rin ni Sir Alden, optimism, attitude, and how you handle your responsibility and time management. So you wake up 4 in the morning. Kung pag gusto mo talaga ang isang bagay, gagawin at gagawin mo. Sabi ko nga, when you wake up in the morning, 4 in the morning, after praying, bababa na po ako sa amin because we have our meet shop also na natayo lang ngayon ring pandemic. shameless plug, paki-like na po
No, it's okay,
FNA
it's
Meat
okay,
and
go.
Seafood in Facebook. You can message us. Yan, we deliver po around Metro Manila, and also we serve fresh katay. So right from the farm straight to your doorsteps, yun po ang aming sinisell. And after that, sir, we have our online classes right now in Trinity. So from 9 a.m. at up to 5 p.m. I am a student. So after that, I will do naman my online selling. I will answer all inquiries. Kaya sobrang laking tulong rin po with my professor and especially with our dean and CHTM that they give us the best and the best support na binibigyan nila kami sa mga extension ng aming mga requirements. Kaya thankful po talaga ako that I've become a student in Trinity University of Asia.
Thank you,
Po, sir.
Diane. Ano, grabe, entrepreneur, mommy, secretary of of a student organization dito sa Philippines. Saludo kami sa iyo. At the evaluation form is posted on the webinar chat right now. Dr. Pong Trinidad, the dean, already posted it there. And after this webinar, you just click survey, and then you will see the evaluation form. Last word, Sir Alden.
Yes, Sir Caleb, thank you very much. I would like also to thank our Dean Pong, no? And of course, yung mga colleagues ko sa CHTM. Just a reminder, we're celebrating our 25th anniversary, no?
Nice.
Paalala ko lang, we have a webinar series. Marami kaming webinar for
We
this.
will show all the advertisements later.
Yes. So we're inviting everybody. Thank you, sir.
Okay, thank you, Sir Alden. Chef Trish.
Okay, for me, this pandemic has taught us what really is important. So
Yes.
for me, food is a basic need. Okay, so if you don't know how to cook, cooking and baking for me is a life skill. So kasi ang food is here to stay. It's not
True.
something na fad. Hindi siya fad na uso ngayon. Lahat tayo needs to eat every day. So food is a very stable business. So again, just cooking and baking skill alone will not make you a successful businessman. So really develop your skills, develop your baking and cooking and study. Ako talagang I really recommend one of the best schools that offer HRM program and TM program. Of course, you go to Trinity University of Asia, wherein we will teach you these very, very important life skills.
Thank you.
That ends Trinity Talk Career Series for today. Thank you to our partners, College of Arts, Sciences, and Education, headed by Dr. Howell Ho, their dean. And thank you, Ms. Jen Liang, for the technical assistance. Thank you,
Thank you.
Ms. Jinky Gamit, Mr. Raul Ketua, and Ms. Franchel Tuanio of Marketing and Communications Office for the promotions. Thank you for giving us the posters and the videos. Maraming salamat. Thank you, Dr. Pong Trinidad. Thank you, Dr. Ronald Manzano, faculty, staff, and students of Trinity University of Asia College of Hospitality and Tourism Management for organizing this event. Thank you to the Trinity University of Asia administration for the support. And next Saturday, they're already showing the posters for a CHTM webinar later. We will show that so that you can also join us. Next Saturday, please watch another exciting episode of the Trinity Talk Career Series. You will see the announcement after this later on. Don't forget to accomplish the evaluation form. As we end, may I remind you of Ecclesiastes 9:10. Whatever your hand finds to do, do it with all your might. I'm sorry. Next week we won't have next week. The next career series will be 2 weeks after this. Thank you, Ms. Jen Liang, for reminding me. I got so excited with the discussions that we had. Whatever your hand finds to do, Ecclesiastes 9:10 says, do it with all your might. Thank you very much. Enjoy your lunch. Maraming salamat.